Hello and welcome to Housing TV News at the top of the hour, coming to you from our studios in the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Omotola Adeleke. Our top stories. Tinubu appoints smart Olugbeko as Provost of Federal College of Education, Ekiti. First Lady inaugurates 10 intra-city roads in Benue, Hills Urban Renewal Drive. Federal government FreeTV platform to boost access to free digital television nationwide. And on the foreign scene, Norway crown princess undergoes lung transplant. Now the news in detail. President Bola Tinubu has approved the appointment of Associate Professor Smart Olugbeko as the substantive provost of the Federal College of Education, Ilawe-Ekiti, in Ekiti State. The appointment was confirmed in a statement issued in Ado-Ekiti by the Registrar and Secretary to the Governing Council, Dr. Khadija Garba, following the institution's 8th regular council meeting held on June 10, 2026. According to the statement, Olugbeko is a seasoned academic with over 2 decades of experience in teaching, research, and education. His appointment is for a second 5-year term, effective from the date he assumes office. The Governing Council expressed confidence in his ability to provide strong leadership and strengthen the institution's mandate in teacher education, while noting his contributions to scholarship, policy development, and academic administration over the years. The federal government has launched FreeTV, the federal government has launched FreeTV, a digital television platform aimed at expanding access to quality broadcasting and improving digital inclusion across Nigeria. Unveiled on June 17, the initiative is part of the country's digital switchover (DSO) program and designed to provide Nigerians with access to over 100 free-to-air television channels without monthly subscription fees. The channels will offer news, sport, entertainment, education, children's program, and indigenous language content. According to the National Broadcasting Commission (NBC), the platform will be accessible through satellite and terrestrial transmission, as well as a mobile application. The government noted that users do not need television set, as existing TVCs can work with compatible DVB-T2 or DVB-S2 decoders. The federal government said the initiative is expected to deepen digital inclusion, promote local content production, and create jobs within the broadcasting and creative industries. Regional production centers in cities such as Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, Enugu, Kano, and Benin are also expected to serve as content hubs. Authorities urge Nigerians to check decoder compatibility and take advantage of the platform as the country continues its transition to a fully digital broadcasting system, with analog switch-off scheduled for December 31, 2028. Petrol prices across Nigeria may soon decline to about 1,200 naira per litre, following a reduction in ex-depot prices by the Dangote Petroleum Refinery. The refinery recently slashed its gantry price by 75 naira per litre, reducing it from 1,250 naira to 1,175 naira per litre amid falling global crude oil prices. The price adjustment comes after a peace agreement between the United States and Iran helped ease tensions in the Middle East, leading to a significant drop in crude oil prices. Following Dangote's move, other fuel depots have also reduced their prices to around 1,180 naira per litre. However, many filling stations are yet to reflect the changes at the pump, with petrol still selling for about 1,280 naira per litre in several locations. Marketers say they need time to clear existing stock purchased at higher prices before adjusting retail prices. The National Publicity Secretary of the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, IPMAN, Chinedu Ukadike, said consumers should expect price reductions within days. According to him, petrol could sell between 1,200 naira and 1,250 naira per litre in Lagos, while prices in other parts of the country may remain slightly higher due to transportation costs. Industry stakeholders believe the latest reduction could provide relief to consumers if global oil prices continue to decline. Some analysts have been suggesting that petrol prices could fall further in the coming weeks, although refinery officials noted that current production is still being processed from previously purchased high-cost crude oil. Following the Court of Appeal's reversal of the deregistration order against the African Democratic Congress (ADC) and four other political parties, ADC National Chairman Senator David Mark has said the judiciary is now on trial and urged caution against political interference in judicial processes. The appeal court held on Tuesday granted a stay of execution on the earlier Federal High Court ruling that ordered the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) to deregister the ADC, Action People's Party, Action Alliance, Accord Party, and Senate Labour Party. The appellate court also criticized the conduct of the trial judge for allegedly defying a prior order halting proceedings. Reacting to the development, Mark said the controversy had raised serious concerns about the integrity of the judiciary, warning against any attempts to manipulate court processes for political purposes. He stressed that public confidence in the justice system was at risk if such disputes were not properly addressed. Other stakeholders, including representatives of affected political parties, welcomed the appeal court's ruling, describing it as a relief and a restoration of confidence in the legal process. However, they also called for the accountability over the handling of the case. The ADC and other parties maintained that they would continue to defend their positions through legal means while expressing optimism that the latest ruling would ensure they remain on the ballot ahead of the future elections. Kwara State Governor Abdurrahman Abdulrazak has expressed confidence and concern over the growing incidence of drug abuse among young people, warning that it poses serious risk to public health, security, and the state's future. He raised the alarm on Tuesday in Ilawe at the Anti-Substance Abuse Program Stakeholders Meeting organized by the MTN Foundation to mark the 2026 International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking. Describing drug abuse as a multifaceted challenge, the governor said it affects education, productivity, family stability, and increases the burden on health and social systems. He stressed the need for stronger prevention and enforcement strategies to tackle the trend. Abdulrazak also disclosed that the state had introduced mandatory drug testing for students in tertiary institutions as part of efforts to ensure early detection and intervention rather than punishment. He added that a specialized rehabilitation center was also being developed to provide treatment and support services within and beyond the state. Other stakeholders, including government officials, the NDLEA, and the MTN Foundation, called for the stronger collaboration among families, schools, religious bodies, and communities to curb substance abuse and protect young people from its growing impact. We take a pause from here, and up next are news stories from the build sector. We will be right back.
I'm Debbie Erb. I'm the founder of DLE Advisors, LLC. I just finished a really interesting session talking with the audience here at the International Housing Show. I have attended the show before, and I have to say it's bigger. It's bigger and better than it was 4 years ago. An incredible array of opportunities, companies, and new innovations in the housing space. So it's very exciting to be here. Thank you, Festus Adebayo. He's my guy. It's so well attended, and there's so many people here that I know who are movers and shakers in the industry. So I definitely recommend attending if you possibly can.
I am Ada Fong, the former Deputy Director of Housing from the Hong Kong Housing Authority. I think it's a very interesting housing show and conference that brings together a lot of experts and talents and government officials in Africa to explore the subject of housing in Africa. It's a very worthwhile initiative that you do it once every year.
My name is Adeola Olushodo. I'm the Executive Director, Lagos State Development and Property Corporation. I'm here at the Abuja International Housing Show 2025, and this is a show that brings all the experts and all the major players in the real estate sector together. I must commend the efforts that goes into that, the consistency, and everybody looks forward to it, and of course it's well attended.
My name is Dr. Mark Mahaku Joshua. I am the Director General Taraba Geography Information Service. I got an invitation to attend, and I saw things like land reform. So my priority here is to interact with experts in the field, gain more knowledge on how things are done as far as land reform is concerned. The organizers of this event has done well. I at least expect the caliber of people I've seen here. Seeing the people that I've seen here, they have sent out a signal to me that it is not a child's play. We're here that really Nigeria mean business to organize such a show.
My name is Surveyor Abdulgani Ademadibumen, the Surveyor General of the Federation. I want to really say it's a good program. This is the 19th edition of it. I want to say a good thumb up to the organizers of the program and to Nigeria in general. Hosting such an event is not something that comes easy. It comes with a lot of innovation on its own, like the team says, and it comes with a lot of experienced organizers. So I want to say a big thank you for those people that come all the way from far and near to come and be part of this organization.
Hello, I'm Maya Abdel Hamid, the CEO of the Social Housing and Mortgage Finance Fund in Egypt. This is my first visit to Nigeria and Abuja in specific. I've been invited to this housing show. This is my first visit to Nigeria. I've had a good chance to meet with all the Nigerian officials as well as the African ministers and delegations. I think the presentation helped a lot and giving insights to those attending. I also benefited from hearing other experiences from the experts from across the continent and the international experts as well.
My name is Ronaldo Benoba, and this is the Ronaldo Benoba Real Foundation for Housing and Urban Development. Shout out to AIHS. You guys are doing a great job. This is the 19th edition, and I think it's just going to keep getting better and better and better. Kudos to the team at AIHS.
You're watching Housing TV News at the hour. Welcome back now to the build sector. The First Lady of Nigeria, Senator Olugbeko Tinubu, on Tuesday inaugurated 10 intra-city road projects in Makurdi, Benue State. As part of the state urban renewal program, the 11.5-kilometer road network executed under Governor Hyacinth Alia's administration is aimed at improving transportation, connectivity, and economic activity within the state capital. Mrs. Tinubu described the project as a demonstration of the renewed hope agenda, commending the governor's effort in delivering infrastructure that directly benefits residents. She also urged residents to support the maintenance of public assets. Governor Alias said the roads would ease movement and, of course, boost security and stimulate economic activities and growth, while thanking President Bola Tinubu for supporting infrastructure development in the state. The organizers of the Africa International Housing Show, AIHS, have unveiled the Best of AIHS Exhibitor Awards ahead of the 20th edition of the event, aimed at recognizing excellence, innovation, and impact within Africa's housing and construction industry. The awards will be presented during the 6-day AIHS at 20 Legacy Edition scheduled to hold from July 13 to 18, 2026 at the Transcorp Hilton Hotel, Abuja. According to AIHS Chief Executive Officer Festus Adebayo, the initiative is designed to encourage exhibitors to move beyond traditional product displays and showcase innovative solutions that address Africa's housing challenges. To ensure a transparent selection process, The organizers have constituted a multidisciplinary assessment panel comprising professionals from the housing construction, finance, engineering, real estate, academia, media, and investment sectors. The panel will evaluate exhibitors throughout the event based on criteria such as innovation, affordability, sustainability, customer engagement, technology adoption, product quality, and investment potential. Among the award categories are Best of AIHS 2026, Overall Excellence Award, Best Affordable Housing Solution, Best Real Estate Developer, Best Mortgage Institution, Best Green Building Solution, Best Smart Home and Digital Innovation, Housing Innovation of the Year, and People's Choice Award, among others. The organizers said the awards are intended to establish a continental benchmark for quality and professionalism, while encouraging exhibitors to present practical housing solutions, particularly for low-income and informal workers across Africa. And on the following scene, Norway's crown princess Mette-Marit has undergone a successful lung transplant at a hospital in Oslo, the country's royal household announced on Wednesday. The 52-year-old royal, who was diagnosed in 2018 with pulmonary fibrosis, a progressive condition that causes scarring of the lungs, was recently placed on a transplant waiting list after her health deteriorated. The procedure was carried out in the Rikshospitalet in Oslo. Hospital officials said her recovery is progressing well, but she is expected to remain under medical care for several weeks for monitoring, medication, adjustment, and rehabilitation. The royal household said Crown Prince Haakon will adjust his official duties to stay close to her during her recovery period, with further update expected after she is discharged. A health update comes amid a difficult period for the royal family, including legal and public controversies involving her family members and renewed scrutiny of past associations. We take another pause, and up next are news stories from the business scene and sports sector. We will be right back.
Are you getting ready for another big one? The largest housing show in Africa. 2 decades of relentless exhibition and conference. The 20th edition of the Africa International Housing Show, happening from the 13th to 18th of July 2026 at the prestigious Transcorp Hilton Hotel, Abuja, Nigeria. This premier event is Africa's largest housing and construction expo, attracting over 50,000 attendees in Africa and beyond, thereby giving room for developers, construction giants, financiers, home interiors, mortgage and microfinance banks, drawing from about 21 different countries of the world. Get ready to be part of history.
The International Monetary Fund, IMF, has urged Nigeria to consider introducing excise duties on telecommunication services and extending value-added tax, VAT, to fuel products as part of efforts to boost government revenue. The fund stressed that any new tax measures should be implemented carefully, considering rising poverty and food insecurity across the country. It recommended that the government strengthen social safety net, including cash transfer programs, to cushion the impact on vulnerable citizens. The IMF also called for greater use of digital technology in tax administration to reduce leakages, improve efficiency, and enhance revenue collection. The recommendation comes amid rising fuel prices and recent increases in the telecommunications tariffs, both of which have placed additional pressure on households and businesses. The federal government had previously scrapped a 5% excise duty on telecommunication services in 2025 to ease the cost burden of subscribers. However, the IMF believes further reforms may be necessary to support Nigeria's long-term fiscal sustainability and economic growth. On sports, Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Mexico goalkeeper Guillermo Ochoa are set to make history at the 2026 FIFA World Cup as they each reach a record 6th tournament appearance. The trio who made their World Cup debut at Germany in 2006 have remained key figures on football's biggest stage for 2 decades. While Messi and Ronaldo are expected to feature for Argentina and Portugal respectively, Ochoa has been named in Mexico's squad, making him only the third player to be included in 6 World Cup squads. Messi and Ronaldo, however, are yet to meet at a World Cup despite both featuring in 5 previous editions. Their only international meeting came in a 2011 friendly, though they have clashed 35 times at club level. Ronaldo, 41 years, returns for his 6th World Cup after making his debut in 2006, where he helped Portugal finish 4th. He remains the first player to score in 5 different World Cups and has continued to build on his record-breaking international career. Messi, 38, is expected to captain defending champions Argentina. He already holds multiple world records, including most appearances and most minutes played, and remains Argentina's all-time leading scorer in the competition. Ochoa's World Cup journey has been more varied, having been part of Mexico's squad in 2006 and 2010 without playing. He made his tournament debut in 2014 and has since featured in 2 further editions, earning recognition for his several standout performances. The 2026 tournament will further cement the trio's legacy as they become the first players in history to feature in 6 World Cups. And that brings us to the end of the news, but before we wrap it up, a recap of our top stories. Tinubu appoints Smart Olugbeko as Provost of Federal College of Education. First Lady inaugurates 10 intra-city roads in Benue, hails urban renewal drive. Federal government unveils FreeTV platform to boost access to free digital television nationwide. And on the foreign scene, we told you Norway's crown princess undergoes lung transplant. For more news in the housing sector, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Housing TV Africa. Follow all our social media platforms and download the Housing TV mobile app and FreeTV app on your Google Play Store and Apple Store to stay connected. Many thanks for watching. I am Omotola Adeleke. Bye for now.
Visit Housing TV Africa on YouTube and click on the subscribe button. Subscribe to Housing TV Africa to stay updated on latest happenings in Nigeria's housing sector. Follow our social media pages, like and share our posts on Facebook, Housing TV Africa, on Twitter, Housing TV Africa, Instagram, Housing TV Africa. Join the conversation and keep up with latest housing updates.